My son goes to Hampton, and he goes to school with people who own banks. He goes to school with people who, parents are doctors and lawyers and own islands. His first roommate also was homeless from New Orleans, who brought a gun out there. Like, it's the gamut. We are not a monolith. We are all the things. And so when you just say, just like when all the politicians that are saying, oh, Jasmine Crockett is cosplaying because she ain't from the hood. Why the fuck do we got to be from the hood? That is not everybody's story. Right. Oh, she can't to Black people because she's not from the hood. All Black people aren't from the hood. That's what pisses me off. And so even Black people adopt that. That's what we got to get away from, y'all.
That's what I'm saying, though. When we watch television, y'all, we get to see the gambit of white people. You get to see Breaking Bad. You get to see like white people doing all the things in Suits or whatever the show is that you love. You know that if you see a certain kind of white person, you like, oh, that's trailer trash, cool, or oh, that's a rich Black. You get to see it, and I think when we're watching television, we see poverty. We see what Anonymous always say, I blame Tyler Perry and 50 Cent, right? Because let's think of the things. Let's think of the things that they make. Let's think of the things that they make. They have a certain message. You're gonna get a drug dealer and murder and all of that violence. You're gonna get street stuff with 50 Cent. You're gonna get whatever you get with Tyler Perry. I don't know what's going on, like all types of toxic relationship situations. And so those are the things that we have to eat on. Those are the most successful people that we have to kind of tell our stories. That's why storytelling is so important. And I think it's important for us to tell our stories and make sure that we're, we are telling people where we're coming from. We're basically using our story to contribute to a narrative.
That's why we're in the best time in the history of the world, I think, is because we own our own media. We really can own our own media. We really can change the narrative of who we are and what we do. Yeah. They didn't fucked around, gave us the internet. We got YouTube, we got AI. So we can tell our own stories. We don't have to rely on them to tell our stories anymore. We can tell the truth. There was a question that you had for No Malanga, though.
Yeah, I was about to say, and it fits right into this, right? So in Africa and in Botswana in particular, like, what is the vibe? Because we often hear that Africans don't like African Americans. There's this thing, like, we feel like you don't understand us. Y'all think that we we're well, I don't know, you'll tell me what y'all think, but I think this is a good question, right? Noma, do many people in Africa view African American people in a negative way? Can you tell us about that, just based off of like television and then what we're talking about?
Yeah, so here's the thing. Let's bear in mind that I moved to America when I was only 19 years old. So I was more like a person who, when you ask them, what do Africans think, I wasn't sure, right? But having been here more now, it's actually, that's a myth. You're actually more likely to find Africans in America who view African Americans negatively. And that's also like a mixed bag, because African Americans also view Africans negatively, and then it's like a pushback. So it's like a constant, like, you trying to make me feel, I've heard a lot of African Americans say, you trying to make me feel like you're better than me. You think you're better than me and all this other stuff. And then you also get a lot of, you do get a lot of ignorance